afternoon, Crusader fans. I'm Brad Collignan, joined alongside head baseball coach Brian Schmeck, and this is the latest edition of the Valpo Baseball Preview. Coach, looking back at the San Diego State series, that was the last time that your team has played. You received a couple of strong starting performances from your pitchers. Team hit very well on Saturday. What did you take away from that series?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, Dalton was really good. Didn't give him some support that we needed. Losi on Sunday was actually really good too. So that was good to see. You know, San Diego State's, I believe they're 8-1 now. So they're obviously a quality team, and to get two outings like that was phenomenal.
And as I mentioned, didn't play last weekend. Was supposed to play 3 games down in Nashville. With the inclement weather down there, didn't get any of those games in. In fact, you were down there 3 days. When you look at it objectively, you can't do anything about it, but it was a waste of time and money. And this seems to be a problem affecting a lot of the country this year with northern teams. And perhaps this is a question, I guess, for the NCAA or an administrator, but what's the solution? Is the season starting too early? What can be done to avoid this?
Well, I think the last 2 years it's shown that it started a little too early. That's just how it's worked out. You know, the previous 7 years that I've been there, it hasn't really been an issue. So maybe this is a trend that's happening. Maybe it's just kind of an outlier. You know, I think, you know, we're in jeopardy of losing games again this weekend. You know, and part of our spring trip. But there's a lot of teams across the country. So I know there's some, you know, there's some talk about moving the season back and maybe into the summer a little bit. You know, those are completely different issues. But there is at least some talk because of what's been going on.
And looking ahead to your spring trip, you'll be leaving tomorrow for that, facing Gardner-Webb, Western Carolina, USC Upstate, and James Madison, a couple of those teams that you faced in the last couple of years that you're familiar with. The spring trip is always a chance to form team chemistry. On the field, you can get a couple starts out of your weekend starters, but then also you get a chance to evaluate the depth of this team. Again, as a coaching staff, what do you hope to get out of this next week and a half, 2 weeks?
Well, at this point, outside reps. You know, I mean, just getting guys on the field and getting in the flow a little bit. You know, we take a couple weeks off, and then all of a sudden we have to jump back into it. So hopefully we can get some games on the field, and then talk to you know, the guys that are just about playing, and letting some guys figure out what positions they're going to be at. You know, getting some guys some midweek starts. Obviously, the weekend guys getting, again, comfortable on the mound and just getting reps. So it's, for us, it's outside reps and like you said, the team bonding aspect too.
Well, best of luck to you and the Crusaders over the next couple weeks.
Thanks.
Here at ValpoAthletics.com, we'll have all the scores, news, and highlights. And for Brad Collignan and Brian Schmack, this has been this week's edition of the Valpo Baseball Preview, brought to you by the South Shore.